All right, today we're basically looking at a review of what you did back in Algebra 1 and in middle school. We're dealing with slope, both parallel and perpendicular slope. So the first thing we want to look at is how do we find slope? Right, remember we have a fairly simple formula for slope. If we're given 2 points and we're looking for the slope, we use the slope formula. Slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Essentially what it's saying is, right, it's change in y over the change in x, delta y over delta x. So we just have a simple template we can plug into. So we can open up Desmos, hit that A over B button, and then at the top put parentheses, open close, minus open close. Right, that way we can just plug in our points straight in, so we're not having to worry about messing up. Okay, and while we're at it, parallel slope, if you remember, they're the same, right? Parallel means they never touch. The only way they can never touch is if they change in the same way. So they have to have the same slope. So that means you do nothing. And once you find the original slope, you have the parallel slope. Right, so parallel slopes are the exact same slope. That means what do you do for it? You do nothing. All right, so make sure you have the desmos.com/scientific open. Go through your dashboard. So what's the slope of a line through 2 points? Well, first you write out your givens. Your x1, y1, your x2, y2. Make sure you label which one's x1, y1, which one's x2, y2. Then we write out the equation and substitute it in. Write out the template, then plug it in. Again, we can type it in exactly like that in Desmos. It will give us a slope. So this has a slope of 0. That means our slope is 0. All right, so again, write out your givens. So x2, y2, x1, y1. So -3, 14, 1, -18. Right, so we plug it into a formula. So that's -18 minus 14, 1 minus a -3. That gives us a slope of 8. All right, our last example, -3, 13, and 1, -18. We just plug it in. -18 minus 13 all over 1 minus a -3. Use those parentheses, keeps you from making those mistakes with those negatives. Right? The button over there at the end shows you this button right here. Let you see it as a fraction because we leave slope as a fraction. So our slope would be -31 over 4. All right, if you look in Schoology, right, you have a practice assignment, that practice finding slope. It is in IXL. You need to make sure you take a completion with the 100% mastery for it.